Happy Friday to you, and welcome back to another edition of 2 p.m. with the Trigger. Great to be back with you here today. Taking a break from talking about our upcoming summit, the Beyond Trauma Summit, but we will be back with that on Monday. Today, I'm going to talk about an article I read about recession, about clients, and about pricing. And you know what? It's a very interesting article, and I'm wondering if you have feedback, if you have thoughts. So as we go through this here today, please use the chat, drop in your comments, your feedback, whether you're live or you're on playback. I would love to hear your thoughts on this because we all know that right now, travel rates are going through the roof, higher and higher and higher. Coming up next week, I'm taking off. I'm going to be at the National Speakers Association Thrive event in San Antonio, Texas. And even though I bought the tickets a long time ago, they still were not cheap or not reasonable. They're going up. Recession, all the talk. Inflation, record highs as they go back and forth on all the numbers that we're reading about right now. And clients need help. How does it all work together right now? According to HubSpot, this is where I'm getting this information from HubSpot. HubSpot's saying it's a great time to raise your rates. And I'm going to say this. Are you insane? I want to know what you think about this. HubSpot listed a couple of things that they thought played into raising rates during this time of inflation and travel and gas prices and all the things going on. And said number one, reach out directly to people. Reach out directly. I agree with that. Okay. Be proactive, inform, and don't surprise your clients if you do change your rates. Whether you change them high or change you low, you want to be in a constant communication with your clients, with your people. So yes, HubSpot, I'll give you that one. You need to reach out directly. Give plenty of warning before you raise your rates. I totally agree with you on that one, HubSpot. But I'm not a fan of raising rates. But if I was going to raise rates, that would be, yes, you need to let them know. Give them that ramp up time. Don't give them that shock at all. Don't snap their heads off. Just don't do that. Provide a backstory. This one sounds like you're almost trying to sell it, trying to force it. I say communicate it. They say have a backstory. To me, that sounds like you're kind of reaching. Just tell them why you're doing it. Inform them of it. Be cool about it. So that one's kind of a weak one, Hub. So I'm not too sure about that. Tie your price to the quality, okay, to quality. I added in the quality of your service, the quality of your products. It's the overall value that you need to tie this into. You're raising your rates because of this, because of gas, because of, however, you still get the same quality. You still get the same information. You still get the same service team. Whatever you need to do to not have them worry that you're downsizing and it's going to be a lesser value. That's a hard one to navigate. So I'm not too sure how you do that effectively. And then invite questions. Totally agree. You should be inviting questions. But I don't agree with their whole premise is raise your rates. So I kind of came up with some of my own plans here. And I want to hear if you agree or disagree with that. But since we're entering in this time of recession, turmoil, and it's only going to get tighter, they say. Experts are saying throughout the summertime, we're still heading in to the hardest time of that. So if you are going to be traveling like I am, I'm doing San Antonio this weekend. Coming up in July, I'll be in Orlando. Book way early. Get ahead of the game here, folks. The prices are always high. Don't be that last minute planner. It's going to be tighter. Even shipping costs are going up for all these events. So if you have a booth, you have a product, you're going to take something. You have to think this through differently. So here's what I'm suggesting to you is create plans for growth during this time. Create intentional plans for growth. Now, it might be a longer speed. You're not going to have that quick takeoff right now. You're not going to have that quick ramp. But you need to have an intentional plan of when you get a client, when you get people, when they're in that funnel, don't give them everything at once and blow their mind away. They can't do it right now. And you're going to get far more no's than you will yes. So create a stair-step plan. Let's start you off here. Let's start you off here. But no matter where they're at, they don't always have to start at the low level. They can literally start wherever they want to. Jump onto your stair-step plan wherever they're at and then you keep them moving forward in progress. It accomplishes a couple of different things. It gives them a price point they can handle. It gives them the feeling of success as they knock one off and knock one off. They're going to feel like they're growing and scaling at a pace they can manage, they can handle, they can afford, and they're not going to blow it. There's such an emotional part of this right now. You want your clients to succeed. So build a stair step that allows them to come in, be a part of this, and also grow as you move along. Have it be an easy entry point. No matter what, you need an easy entry point right now. The 10,000 to 15,000 deals that I know a lot of you are doing, drop it down to 779. Okay, do something different as an entry point. You're not going to give them the full service. You're not going to give them the full package. Make a micro course. Make a mini startup place to come in with things and then keep them going through it. They'll be happy that they're not going to break the bank, overreach themselves. Every day I'm on Zoom calls. Every day right now I'm meeting people that are wanting to do this, wanting to do that. Triggered. Do you want to expand more? Of course I want to expand more. Well, we have this amazing program. It's 10 grand or more right away. And I'm like, I've never worked with you. There's a lot of people screaming. There's a lot of noise, recession and fear. I want to push forward, but I want to do it in a way that makes sense. Do not do it in a way, make it an easy entry. Make it an easy one. Also, give them payment options right now. If you are going to go for the big ask, which is nothing wrong with doing that, I would encourage you right now not to go for the big ask for all in or nothing. And I would make this part of your media plan, part of your website, payment options available. And that doesn't mean that you're going to fund them. That doesn't mean that you're going to bankroll this. What you're going to mean is, as they're going through the course, there's going to be areas that maybe you have a 9-course or a 6-course session that you're going to help people with. The first 3 sessions are this much. You pay half. You want the whole rest of it, you're going to pay the other half. Give them the availability to pay in chunks. This is going to serve you a couple of ways here. It's going to keep them involved with you. The loyalty is so important right now. They're going to be involved. Again, they're going to feel success, not breaking the bank, and they're going to know part 2 is around the corner. For you right now, it will keep your client pipeline coming. You'll have more people coming in for these lower level, entry level, and you're going to have that idea of the payment option. More people will come to you because other people will not do the payment option. You'll actually gain people right now by saying, I've got a way to help you and move your line and get you going further. And then you've also got this idea of the value. There is an enormous a lot of value that you can sway, communicate, leverage in these critical financial times we live in. I have people that I've worked with for a long time. Every so often they come back for another one and for another one. The value of your relationship, not just the products you offer, the value of your relationship is going to move the needle a lot too right now. They may not be ongoing forever customers, but they may be, I need to come back again. I need to come back again. Just pick up the relationship, pick up the products, help them back out, and figure out a way of having value and quality come together to get more clients at this time. It will serve you so well. And finally, here's another one. It was not on the HubSpot list. Create community with your clients. Whether it's community between you and them, and they need a trusted advisor, they need someone to sound off of, or literally make a community where other of your clients are interacting. And it may not be a sales community. All right, hear me out. Make a community where you're literally supporting each other through the recession, through the struggles right now. People trying to figure out how they can get to this convention, that convention, how they can do what they want to do and have people help each other in community. That type of value, again, it's going to be value driven. They're going to think, you know what? You really do care about me. It's not just about you getting money for your services and for your products. Creating a community at this moment in time is so important. And then they will ask you, well, so What sort of deals you got right now? What sort of options do I have to work with you? I'm seeing too much rigidness right now with people that are great people, wonderful with what they're doing. But there's a rigidness of I still need the big ticket. I still need to push the throttle. And I'm going to have you feel like you've got to push the throttle too. True story. Had a call about a week ago. Individual was in that mode of you need this, you need this. They were really saying how much I need it. And then they were talking about how much the value is with this price tag and what you get for it. But I needed it. And they were beating and they were beating. I really just said, look, no. I need portions of it. I may need that, but not the way you're approaching it, not the way you're talking to me. No, because this community aspect of having me feel like this is not just a value, not just something I shell out money for and I get a result. In these times of recession, in these times of financial struggles, in these times of just trying to keep things afloat even, you got to think differently. I think value over pricing is going to save your business. I think treating people with respect is going to keep it going versus forcing. I do think communication is huge. You do need to communicate through your emails, through your campaigns, through your lives like this. What's going on? How are you doing? Now, you don't want to reveal everything, but you do at least want to know how you're doing so they feel they're not alone with their struggles, their pains, and so forth. HubSpot, they said it's a great time to raise your rates. I think right now it's a great time to hold, stand firm, and help people. Be creative. You are not diminishing your product, your services. You are not diminishing the quality of what you do or your expertise. You are actually becoming a hero to people that need someone to show them way through these tough times and give them great service, great value, great products, and move the line further and further along. Hey, if you want to learn more about some of these things, you can always figure and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Rock the Stage Media, Rich Trigger, Bond Trigger. Go Google that on there and go find that or scan this QR code right here. All the 2 p.m. lives are there. Rock the Stage show, our Wednesday night live show is there. And we have other coaching, other content that we are updating all the time. This show right now will be in YouTube immediately. And it happens every day like that we're creating live and new, fresh content every day to support and to help you. And by the way, speaking about our content of how the Rock the Stage show, Wednesday night we go live and we do a live stream on many of these same channels. We have now launched that new podcast audio version of the show. Scan this and join us on Spotify and many other outlets as well. But you can subscribe to the audio podcast. That audio podcast drops live every Thursday at 11 a.m. Wednesday night we're live. Thursday night the episode goes to audio. And we keep you with content and information to inspire you, to coach you, to equip you with amazing guests and experts. So please come along for the ride and join us, or always contact me directly. If you want direct access, email me, rich@richbondtrigger.net. I would love to talk to you about this world we live in right now. And what are you doing? What are your struggles? Talk to me about, are you going to raise your rates like HubSpot says? Are you just going to knuckle down and plow through it and figure those that have the cash will find me? Or are you going to find ways to serve, to help, to equip others, to make it through and feel safe going through these tough times? We're all in it together. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments. Until next time, until Monday, where we will revisit the upcoming Trauma Summit, the Beyond Trauma Summit. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. I'm the Trigger, Rich Bond Trigger. 2 p.m. with the Trigger.